The next move in Fischer Petrosian candidates match Buenos Aires 1971 is one of Bobby's most famous moves. What did he play with white? Okay, in a chapter on Fischer endgames, it's not so difficult to guess that it was knight takes d7 when Bobby had his favorite material balance. Rook and light squared bishop against rook and knight. Okay, here is two rooks, and this is important, rook c1. This is one possible transformation of the position. White is clearly better, but it's not 100% clear if it's really winning. So the other approach with a4 and g4 to play for domination of the black's minor pieces might be as strong as knight takes d7, and it's a matter of taste. I think that for Bobby it was not that difficult because it reaches one of his favorite material balances. And yeah, if from the rules of the right exchange, important is not what is exchanged, important is what remains on the board. And so white has a strong knight against black's not so strong bishop. It doesn't matter. Important is that this position is at least as good as the starting position. And then it's a matter of taste to play for domination or to go for this Fischer endgame. Rook c1 is clear to activate the second rook. It is important that white has the initiative and his rooks are more active. This is very important, of course. And white has the better pawn structure, the outside majority. Okay, now, of course, Bobby activated the king first, the rook first, then the king. Chess is not so difficult, at least when you watch Bobby's games. And yeah, now, but Winnick suggested rook b8 to follow up with a5 to start counterplay immediately, but it seems that this is too optimistic, and Soltis and Burgess gives a lot of analysis after b takes a5, and now in white is much better. It was too, this opening of the front was too expansive. So h5 can be played, but now or in the next move d4 as Sullivan gives. This is already a bit weakening, and f5 finally goes far too far. It opens the seventh rank, and now white should be definitely winning. The last chance to offer resistance is here, and I like Sullivan's suggestion d4. Rook d8. Rook f6, and now black starts to get counterplay, and this is very important. The knight needs a concrete, well-defined role to fight, and here finally it has entered the fight. So after d4, white is better, no doubt about that, but black still has practical chances, of course. While in the game, after Petrosian's f5, white now is definitely winning. Yeah, there are too many inroads into black's camp, and black's forces are not coordinated. And after knight b6, Petrosian must have miscalculated something here, because otherwise he wouldn't have allowed Bobby's rooks on the 7th. Kasparov gives knight takes b4 as game continuation. I think knight takes f4 was played, but okay, in either case after bishop c4 it's completed game over, and Petrosian resigned. Yeah. So important is not what is exchanged, important is what remains on the board. And here, of course, Bobby simplified into his favorite Fischer endgame with a strong light squared bishop against black's knight. But nevertheless, Petrosian could have offered very tenacious resistance if he had played a 5 here in this moment. And white is better, but black still has practical drawing chances.